Alright, so I want to give a little bit of a part two to the Vshojo and Next drama, and since pretty much I think all the information has been put out there and all of it has died down, I kind of want to give you my final thoughts about the situation. If there is another thing that comes up out of this, then I will cover it, but I'm just hoping that this is pretty much the last part. So basically, yesterday, Next put out an apology video talking about what happened and pretty much saying that and showing evidence that he was basically given the green light when it comes to putting that video out and all this stuff, which that video is still up. I'm not gonna go too far into detail with it because I just want to focus on my thoughts about it. But if you want to watch that video, it is on his Twitter still as far as this recording goes, so please go and check it out if you are still not 100% sure what the hell is happening. And basically the whole thing boils down to that, you know, he had the receipts. He had pretty much to go ahead to do what he needed to do, and one of the Vshojo girls was in that call with him, with Gunrun, and, you know, going over the information with cybersecurity just to get this stuff underway, just so they can be clear on the whole thing, and, you know, everything should be fine, right? But then, obviously, the girls got mad, then, you know, Vshojo turned on him, and everybody started getting up in everybody's ass. It's chaos, basically. And really there was no definitive piece of the puzzle that we could rely on and really no closure to, you know, this entire situation. Now, I'm gonna be perfectly honest when it comes to Nux as a whole and this entire situation. When it comes to Nux, personally, I don't mind Nux. Like, Nux is, he's a pretty okay YouTuber that I've seen, you know. I don't really have anything against Nux. The only thing I would say is just that I just don't care for, you know, the tournament videos personally. Just like to see something else, you know. When it comes to content, that's just me. I would like to see something a bit more based and different, you know. That's personally for me. But other than that, I don't really have anything against Nux at all, like in the slightest. This is just Nux to me. That's just how it is. And also, Nux is kind of the low-key reason why I even started putting out content in the first place. Because to give you a timeline, the Anime Man inspired me to put the idea in my head like, oh yeah, maybe I could do YouTube if I'm ever given a chance. Otaku Versus with the people that was like, oh wow, I'm really inspired, I really need to do a YouTube channel. But then Nux was the final piece of the puzzle that was just like for me to put content out, just do it and get it over with and just try it. And that's the whole timeline of people that has inspired me to make this channel and over time I just began to shape it into the way I want it to. So if it wasn't for Nux honestly to give me that little push of his content, then I wouldn't even be here with how base we are probably. And as far as this entire situation goes, honestly, there is just a lot of miscommunication here. Not only does it boil down to miscommunication, it boils down to also Vshojo not really doing what they should be doing, honestly, when it comes to their management and how they act upon certain things. As Sharon said in that previous video, she doesn't like corporations and being a part of groups. I'm feeling the same way, and that's how I explain my thing. Not that I don't want to get sponsorships or anything, because absolutely, if anybody would like to sponsor me, that would be absolutely great. But I just don't like being a part of groups where something like this could potentially, you know, screw you over. Kind of like working a job. Why I wish YouTube would kind of be my personal favorite main thing instead of going out in the world working a job and potentially get screwed over by many people. So that's my personal thing. But when it comes to entire drama situation, it all boils down to just miscommunication and Vshojo just really doing their own thing and trying to save face, which a lot of people seem to agree, and a lot of people don't like the company of Vshojo, much less, you know, they just don't want to, you know. And they do think Vshojo, the company, owes Nux an apology, as well as some people think the girls should owe an apology, which I'm not really gonna, you know, debate or side on anybody's side when it comes to this, because it's just a really, really messy situation when it comes to it all entirely. Now, personally, yeah, I will say Vshojo do need to do better as a company, because this is just, in my eyes, a company looking really weak by having some person that is outside of Vshojo, in my personal opinion of what I think. They come in and try to do stuff in their way, and that's also having information that also be able to, you know, stop this swatter guy. So they had to, you know, praise Nux, even though they probably didn't want to, mainly because they just didn't want probably some outside force working and try to save their company, because they should be able to handle it. And then, you know, when the chances come out to Vshojo coming through with the Vshojo girls having a problem with Nux's video, of course they're gonna swap sides and try to save face. So, you know, I would definitely say Vshojo is acting really weird when it comes to Nux and everything as a whole. And to be perfectly honest, all this could have easily been avoided if Vshojo would just get all the talent, all the girls to come through in that one Discord call, and pretty much just have them be like, alright, this is what's gonna happen, this is what Nux wanna do, and is everybody okay with that? And I guarantee you, if everybody was in that call, no matter what would happen, we will at least have a bit more closure, and none of this would have even gone down the way it did. But really, that didn't happen. Only one of the girls got in, which people are guessing it could be one or the other, which I think I have an idea who it is, but I'm not gonna say, because one, I don't want to ruin my chances, and two, I don't really feel like getting into that deep of a mess right now. So, you know, if you know, take your guesses of who it is and how you think it is. So but you know, personally, I'm not gonna take a guess at who it is. I don't genuinely really even care to guess, because at the end of the day, in part of this whoever is in that call, the thing is, but the person that's in that call, there's still a bits of pieces of the puzzle it's missing for me, and I don't really understand what's the importance of one of the girls being in that call, besides them faking and trying to blame Nux, which, again, but then that also brings up another question. If the girls are just finding out about, you know, Nux's video and how it went up and stuff, then how did they know about, you know, certain things? Like, there's still pieces of the puzzle that I'm still not getting, honestly. And if anybody does know what it is, let me know in the comments below, because I'm genuinely confused. So, you know, again, it's a real messy situation. It's something I don't completely understand all the way. It's not like I have the Kingdom Key and unlock Kingdom Hearts and know all knowledge. Like, I don't know everything when it comes to this situation, much less this is my first time covering real deal trauma, so I don't really know what's going on necessarily, but I am just trying to take and put together things and try to understand it myself. But point is, when it comes to this situation as of now, Nux definitely, I would still say, in my personal opinion, I don't think he should have uploaded the video. I think he should have just waited, or at least talked to everybody first before doing it, and then, you know, have that video up and ready if it's okay, personally. And I still do think that there was some emotions that had clouded some judgment here, but overall, I don't think Nux was in the wrong too much, and I don't think he was, you know, and then obviously he wasn't doing this for like clout or anything, because why would you risk clout and your friendship with the best people you know to, you know, just do this for clout? The man already has 2 million subs. I don't really see a big deal reason to get clout. I mean, if you was under 100k and you was really scummy, yeah, I could see someone doing that, but I don't really see why Nux would need to do it at 1 million, over 1 million at this point. That just seems a bit ridiculous in my personal opinion. So, you know, and from what I've seen of Nux, I don't think he's the type of person that would do that. But then again, you never know. People are very weird in how they change and flip-flop on you. So who could really say? And I'm really wondering if the girls did know, because my thing is, like, if they didn't know, how would they even figure out that they said, how would they even know that, oh, we told you not to upload it, and then make that response that they did? So, you know, again, like I said, pieces of the puzzle is still missing, so I'm not really sure what is the entirety of the situation. And hopefully we're probably never gonna get the answer to this entire thing to a full conclusion, even have some closure, because most likely it's gonna be handled in private, which it should be, but we're probably never gonna get it, and we're gonna be left speculating for a little while to figure out what exactly is happening, because at some point someone's gonna ask, so is you and Melody cool now, or y'all still hating each other, like what's going on? So, you know, there's pretty much a lot of stuff still burning in the fire that we still don't know. But definitely I do hope that they do be able to come to terms and do be able to, you know, work something out and handle it in private, which you should have done in the first place, people. But you know, it is what it is. The damage is already done. And the whack part is, and the reason why I titled this video in the way I did, is because y'all let the Doxxer win. He didn't swat anybody. I don't think he got to anybody too much. But when it comes to this entire video, even if, you know, he getting arrested and that wasn't intentionally his plan, he did end up causing some discourse on Twitter and causing people in different fan bases and communities to go against each other, which inevitably let the swatter and Doxxer win. So really, he got what he wanted at the end of the day. He caused the discourse, he caused some trouble to happen, and that's pretty much the entire plan of what that Doxxer wanted to do in my eyes. So that's pretty much he won at the end of the day. He might have lost the battle, but he damn sure won the war. And that's what it all came down to. So, you know, the Doxxer ended up winning, and all it did was just make everybody look really bad. Whether they have the right evidence or not, it makes everybody look bad in some shape or form. And it makes Vshojo look even worse, again, because it just made them look weak with how they handled the situation, much less doing a whole Tony Hawk 180 and try to flip-flop and do try to do face and healed and face, and then, you know, all that stuff. So again, personally for me, don't trust companies because they'll always try to screw you over. Not to mention, I wouldn't be surprised if the Vshojo girls actually do have something that they want to say, but can't do it because the Vshojo, whether they're under contract or not or whatever, wouldn't allow that to happen. So that's probably also another reason. Also, to any potential VTubers or indie VTubers that's out there that's under the sound of my voice that's listening to this video right now, I want to straight up tell you right now, if you can make it as a VTuber by yourself, do it. I'm not even gonna lie, because if you try to do something with a company, something like this could happen. And the last thing I want is you going through something that could potentially put you in danger. And I know there's dangers everywhere on the internet, I'm not stupid, but if you could do it by yourself and somehow win, definitely do it. Now, the only way I would say you can join a company, or you should join a company, is unless you're going to have an opportunity to win. You're going to have an opportunity to do everything right, and nothing's not really going to screw you over. In that way, go ahead and try to do it as long as everything going right. But again, personally, I would just say don't get involved with, you know, agencies unless you know for sure that they're good and they're not going to screw people over, much less, you know, I feel like a lot of indie VTubers can make it as long as they put in the work, put in the hours, and put in that time. But it all just comes down to your skill and how things kind of go for you as a person as well. So, and definitely I do think VTubers entirely should try to, especially indie VTubers entirely, should just try to make it on their own, because I feel like they'll probably get more success and more crazy stuff done on their own than what they could ever do with a company, which is why I'm mainly independent myself when it comes to the online YouTube scene for me. So yeah, definitely that's all I wanted to cover for this one. So hopefully you did enjoy. Let me know in the comments, where do you stand? Do you take a side or do you not take a side at all? Let me know in the comments, because I'm really kind of wanting to know what people are thinking about this, much less put out some information and tell me if I'm missing anything or what's going on. So, or if there's any new development, please let me know. So yeah, that's pretty much all I want to cover for this one. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. Also follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and like to donate to the channel. Patreon or personal PayPal is available as well. Until then, this is your boy Jay, sign off. Have a blessed day.